Hi everyone, I hope you're well. It's another day with another handheld, with this one being my second in the Aliexpress Anniversary Sale micro series, where I'm focusing on some of the budget-friendly handhelds that are available for great prices during the Aliexpress Anniversary Sale. I've already had a couple of great recommendations, so thank you very much, one of which being the U8 handheld, which I've picked up, so we'll cover shortly. And if there's any other handheld you'd like to see, or just some handheld bargains you found during the Aliexpress Anniversary Sale, please do let me know. This video, however, is focused on the Game Console R46S. The Game Console R46S is a Linux-based square screen handheld, which is hovering around a pre-coupon price of the $45 mark, so the use of some coupons can be brought down even further, making it a pretty decent price. In terms of specs, the Game Console R46S is powered by the Rockchip 3566, giving access to full game catalogues up to and including PlayStation 1 and Nintendo DS, with the likes of some but far from all of the Dreamcast, Nintendo 64 and PSP game libraries being playable. Otherwise, we've got 1GB of RAM, a 4-inch square display featuring a 720 by 720 resolution, a pretty decent 4000 mAh battery, a weight of around 250 grams, and a Linux-based firmware. In terms of first impressions, the Game Console R46S isn't bad at all. I personally find that the Game Console range of handhelds reminds me of Palkiddy's first range, where they stood out to be better in terms of build quality than the standard budget handheld out there, but still didn't look or feel premium enough to match exactly up against the more premium brands, and this is very much in line with my first impressions here. But I do mean this as a compliment. The R46S looks cool and feels good in the hands. Don't get me wrong though, there are minor quibbles like how the headphone icon is slightly misaligned, how the edging doesn't feel as smooth as its competitors, and how the shell doesn't feel quite perfectly aligned on the sides or on top. But overall, this is certainly better than average budget handheld. I also particularly enjoy the white and red colourway, and think that the colours chosen work really well together. So overall, pretty good first impressions. In terms of controls, the Game Console R46S again doesn't fare too bad overall. Its D-pad does feel a little thin and are placed a smidge too high for my personal tastes, but it's certainly very functional, with a full control arc and fair centre pivot, so precise control input isn't too difficult to pull off. Equally, the face buttons aren't bad. They're a nice size, if a tiny bit too long and a little noisy to press, but they handle both precise control and button mashing fine with no real issues. The Switch-style joysticks are exactly what you'd expect, and the inline shoulder buttons are fine, except right at the edges where the plastic hasn't been nicely smoothed over. Overall though, although not perfect, not a bad control scheme with nothing ruining the whole experience, which does make a nice change. When compared against other square-screened handhelds, the R46S is far more like the ZPG A1 Unicorn than Anbernic's RG Cube, with the Cube still being my preferred square-screened handheld due to its amazing ergonomics. Still though, the R46S has a very familiar design when compared to the Unicorn, though it does have a more traditional D-pad and a D-pad top design for those who favour them that way. While I do have them both handy, I have spent quite a bit of time with the RG Cube, so I've customised everything to my personal preference, which compared to the out-of-the-box experience of the R46S, does go to show just how far you can customise everything to your liking. So if you don't like the overlays the R46S has out of the box, you can just jump into RetroArch settings and turn them off, as well as apply scaling, shaders, or any of the other many customisations available within RetroArch. The R46S comes available with the excellent Rocknex firmware straight out of the box, giving you easy access to all sorts of customization options, as well as things that will make use of the inbuilt Wi-Fi like retro achievement and connecting to Bluetooth controllers relatively easy. The out-of-the-box setup isn't too bad either, although you may want to remove some or all of the overlays, as some do go over the actual gameplay area of the screen estate, but at least that's relatively easily done in RetroArch. So, with all that said, I'll cut some gameplay footage now before summarising up at the end. So, all in all, the Game Console R46S is a great little budget handheld, and if you're looking for a budget square screen handheld, worth checking out the Aliexpress Anniversary Sale for, especially when using some of those available coupons to get the price down to as low as possible. As mentioned, if you have any other suggestions for budget handhelds for me to possibly feature in this mini-series, please let me know. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching.